Cześć, z tej strony Tsunami, zapraszam na kolejny odcinek Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Zapraszam do subskrypcji mojego kanału. Teraz ciśniemy na ten ślub cały do kościoła. O,
Thank you.
są.
May this feast set a spirited tone for East Anglia's future. Eivor!
Ja nie
I'm so
mogę.
glad you've made it.
Mogę sobie zabić. Chodź tu.
Just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
I told you I would see you crowned, and now here we are.
Without you, I'd be dead. Another wasted hope for East Anglia.
You look good, Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
I hereby name you man and wife. And as man and wife, I name you... Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
You've done it, steward. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams, then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way some time ago. Hard to say when. I don't want to be here. I never did. This was Halfdan's dream. You ordered me to see it through. My dreams, I'm sailing, remember? Wind in my beard, salt on my lips. I want that life again. Whether or not I find it, only time will tell. Until then, let us feast, drink, and forget our pain!
To idziemy pochlać.
Eivor, care for a challenge? Eivor! Wolf-kissed, gaze upon my pots. They stand so strong. Unbreakable at this distance, no?
They are not, Brothier. My arrows shatter whatever target they strike.
Even after...
Keep your eyes open long enough to witness this, you drunk.
Yes, that's it.
Kurde, ile mało mam czasu.
Time is up. You've been bested at last.
A waste of my time.
Dwa mi zostały.
Found the wolf-kissed. When they write your saga, I'll remind them of this embarrassment.
This is beneath me, Brothier.
And you're no fun. It took so...
O, już się trochę napalił. To tu dalej jest.
Eivor! Let's have a drink. Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king?
A metal not unlike your own.
To Odin and his endless glories!
And the new king of East Anglia. May his reign be long and not bad, Wolf-kissed. I wager you couldn't...
A fool's wager.
A challenge nonetheless.
I will drink you under the table.
Confident, are you? Let us see how you fare against the ale beast of East Anglia. And we'll make it interesting. Put your silver where your mouth is. What?
Kurde.
Silver, such ambition. Do it for the skulls that will sing songs of our superior bellies.
Then let our guts live forever in their tails. Come, let the making of a legend begin.
Aha. Tutaj muszę coś naciskać, nie? Aha, no tak. Aha, w odpowiednim momencie muszę. Bo się tego odłapił. A, no właśnie. Tam są po 3 czy po 2? Coś takiego, nie? Dobra. Aha, po 3 sztuki są. Za szybko trochę. Przegrałem chyba. Może. Dobra. No ładnie. Nie, wygra ze mną. Ostatni ma.
This ale is strong, Brothier.
But I am stronger. Better luck next time.
Pinara z dachu mam wciągnąć? Co jest? Serio? Co wy gadacie? Ładnie.
The boar.
As does Freya. What's your point?
You impress me, Eivor. Yet I won't.
Even a fool has...
Hey,
Be plain about it.
that I do.
A good plow.
A tu o co chodzi?
That's worth a verse or two in some skald song.
I shall as well.
Bruising? I'm not bruised. Please, balls. You
No
thought?
właśnie.
To be honest, I didn't think.
Teraz tak.
All I hear is bruising this and this.
Musimy iść po finał.
Eivor! Some sweet wine for a sweet swine? Come join me!
Gdzie on stoi? A tutaj jest. No właśnie.
The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he moves with mystery.
Look! The moon! It moves untroubled now. But one day it will be eaten by it.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory once again.
I'm glad to hear it. Now,
I always felt like Skull. Hot.
you can let them go. Sail to a further
My
shore.
longships in Valhalla. Don't you remember? Firestarter.
Come
Ale
on.
się nawalił.
Let's get you to solid ground.
Every
Musimy siąść spokojnie. Siądź finan z dachu. No to ładnie.
You're very strong. You're very large.
O,
Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one last glory.
It need not be the last.
Not the last.
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It's been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
dobra,
I'm ready to hear you address your kingdom.
niech mówi.
Good. Come, join me. Friends, honored guests, we've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering, but it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future.
Still a bit soft on insults, but the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
Damy zdrowie.
To the good King Oswald! Skull!
To Oswald!
Skull!
Skull!
Score! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom. Quick, brother! We can't lose to Oswald.
No to ładnie.
You lost.
It was a beautiful wedding, Oswald. Like you said it would be.
Thanks to you and everything you've done here.
East Anglia needed a leader. I simply helped put the right one on the throne. When we met, I spoke of an alliance. Will you hold to the oath you made?
I will. Consider East Anglia a friend of the Raven clan.
There will be a day when I come calling.
Goodbye, friend.
Until next time. I should find Finir. Say goodbye before I leave.
Ah, greetings, Eivor.
You're missing the festivities.
I've had my fill.
It's as much yours as it is Oswald's.
I was a crumbling man, Eivor. Before all this, I thought I'd die a tired old failure. But now, my heart burns bright with newfound fire.
Glory cares not for age, Finir. Sail with me. My ship could always use a wise head and a strong axe.
Together,
Together.
Jest.
I'll gather my things.
O. No i mamy Finara. Super. Czyli tak. Zaślubiny zrobione. Ładnie. Kurde. Kończono wątek wschodniej Anglii. Pójść do Randiki. Dobry sas. O kurde. Ale to był ogólnie fajny wątek, taki spokojny. Taki pozytywny. Co tu mamy? Kultywacja. Tutaj jeszcze coś dostałem od nich, nie? Rozwiniemy sobie 27. O. Teraz jest dobrze. O, jeszcze jest kołczan. Cudownie. Chyba nie kończyłem. Sakwa, ja coś tam dostałem jeszcze, nie? Czy jak to było? Chwila. Tam były jakieś te 3 rzeczy dostępne. A tutaj, ale projekt tarczy. Aha, czyli wszystko do mojej łodzi. Żagiel. Chwila. Czyli mogę. Na broni. Obrażenia krytyczne. Na broni. Na pancerza. Na pancerza. Aha. Czyli tak. Styczne zasoby. Żeton Jule. 15 żetonów. Chwila. Tu co jest jeszcze? Aha. A mogę tu jakoś założyć, czy nie? A gdzieś tu się cofa na tego? Na ustawienia statku? Statystyki nie. Samouczek. A gdzie tu są tego? Bo wiem, że po poprzednich osłonach Asasyna można było wejść w ustawienie tak jakby statku i sobie, nie wiem, zadania, zakon, nie wiem. Wtedy się wchodziło na tego, na statek i się go tam ulepszało, każdą tam część. Spory kawałek jest. Gdzieś to się powinno robić. Ten statek ulepszać. Nie wiem gdzie. Teraz tak. Aha. Wrażenie od lekkiego ataku. Runy. Tu jest lekki atak, a tu wrażenia krytyczne. 4,9 to wezmę to. To będzie lepsze. No i co? Trzeba podróż do krótszej przystani. Bo ja mam tu jeszcze taki głowąt w snach. Mam tutaj jeszcze parę wątków pobocznych. Bo ta krótsza przystań teraz jest cała w śniegu. Tak. Też mam tam takie zadania małe. To ci chyba Jula nazywa, czy Jona, coś takiego. Bo ogólnie jest aktualizacja w ramach tego święta Bożego Narodzenia. I są tam takie misje poboczne. Zaraz zobaczymy. No właśnie. Raport wschodniej Anglii.
Millinery when you see it, Rowan. I could trade that hat for 2 of your horses.
Rowan, Holger.
O, jest.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does the cow...
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start.
I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer, to make a perfect brush. I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen.
Kogo by tu wybrać? Rowana chyba, że ma rację. Tak. Rowana tam.
Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. He sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow
Krzywa i
me to
ogon.
pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, it's so precious in its creation.
Absolutely
Wapno
not.
doświadczenia.
The only color I wish to see.
Pójdziemy do tej babeczki. Pora za sprawie zaginionego piła z załogiem alpinem. zakończymy to pierw.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
Dobra. Wschodnia Anglia mamy zrobione.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago.
O
The poor
kurde.
man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
O. Wzrósł rozgłos. 4. poziom. Super. Nowe możliwości. Majstyrą. Jakie mamy zadania? Są wszystkie poboczne, tak? Proszę przystań, tak. Wschodnia Anglia. Obiecująca sprawa. Prezentuj studnie. 50 po ładnym roku. Sven zmarł. To, tak. Piąty poziom. To idziemy do... Pójdę. Dobra. Gotowe, tak. Co tu jest? Gospodarstwo rolne 800. Nieładnie. Mam 6. Chwila. Tu jeszcze przejdę. Co tu jest? Tu coś jeszcze jest, nie? O. Tomaty. Aha. Kurde, coś muszę 600 znaleźć. Zaraz idziemy do tej towe. Chwila. Coś jeszcze jest? Jest około 800. Nie będzie chyba mniej. Tu jest zbudowane. Dobra, idziemy za nim. A, tu jest.
I don't know how to draw without your hand to guide me.
Tovi,
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like it.
Jak zrobimy?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they are ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work. As if nothing happened. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we're prepared to give. But all... I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong. And so...
Someone else might have done better than me. Or worse. But this was the fate woven for me. So I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Togi. Know you're valued. When I close my eyes, Sven, I see your designs in the arms of the gods.
Teraz tak. Dobra, będziemy kończyć. Cześć wszystkim.